Just want to do a little update here on replacing the skis for my 2018 Polaris Indy 550 fan 144-inch track. And after only really about 3 seasons, this is what happened to the ski. You can see there's really no runner left, barely. And yeah, clearly I should have checked and replaced my runners and my ski much earlier. So this is the Polaris ski that came with it. And this is obviously toast now. But instead of buying a Polaris ski or Kimpex or something else, I was able to get one of these after much trouble. I was able to get this blown plastic ski. Goes by many names. Sold in Canada as a Raider product, but it's also been sold as Camoplast or Camso. Also, it says XOS on it here. This looks very similar to the skis my dad got with his Ski-Doo Tundra. Interesting that it's made in USA, but it's a Canadian patent. I wonder if BRP Bombardier maybe patented this design. So the main issue here, I put one of them on. The main issue, well, 2 main issues. One, the little rubber stopper, there's no cradle to hold the stopper, so I don't think it's going to stay there. When I get out on the trail or in the bush, I think this stopper is going to pop out. So there's no, bookend, front or back. And then there's no metal liner or grommet. The ski I got just has this plastic. So I think I have to, I was hoping I wouldn't, but I think I'm going to have to get an adapter for a Polaris Indy. It's a little metal insert that serves as a cradle, a bookend for your rubber stopper, and that also, I guess, has metal here because this plastic might not hold the ski on. It might not be safe. So this is an ongoing project before the snow falls. I'm going to see if I can maybe take out this metal sort of washer insert, grommet, whatever you want to call it. I tried getting it out with a screwdriver and I couldn't. But maybe I just need to get back into shape, get some muscles back. Writing with an update on the ski replacement for my 2018 Polaris Indy 550 fan 144-inch track. So these are the Camoplast Raider skis that I mentioned, now called XOS. And I have found runners for them. It's these Woody Executive 8-inch single carbides. I got through Royal Distributing in Ontario, Canada. I have a Ski-Doo, I have a Polaris sled, but I said I had a Ski-Doo machine because these are basically Ski-Doo Tundra style blown plastic skis. So I got the 8-inch because I was told if you have a long track or a studded track, you want to have longer carbides. So my dad kindly put those carbides on. Thanks, Dad. And the real pain in the butt for this whole project has been putting these little inserts back into the skis. The metal inserts don't come with the Raider Camoplast XOS skis. And so I've managed to get out the little metal inserts from the original Polaris ski, and now I'm using a hammer to put them in, and it's hard to line it up. So what I suggest you do is put the, as you can see, put the bolt through the sled with the little insert lined up, and then hit it with a hammer until it sort of gets started, and then you can take the bolt out and just hammer it in. By the way, I would wear earplugs when you're hammering the metal, because I didn't with the other ski, and I kind of messed up my ears a bit. They're ringing from it. So I've got my earplugs in now. So I don't really have a tripod here to show you as I do it, but I'll just pause and show you after I've got some hammering done. Okay, so you can see I've got it started. I hammered in this little insert, so it's now starting to go into the hole. So now I can take out the bolt so as not to damage it. And then I'm just going to keep on hammering until this is all the way in and through, actually, because this ski's a bit narrower than the original. Okay, as you can see, I've now hammered in the insert. So I'll do it on the other side.
Just a minute.
I'm just recording a video, Dad. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I'm talking to YouTube, not you.
I got my hands full here, Steve.
Sure. Stella, be good. Checking in regarding my attempt to put new skis on my Polaris Indy 550 2018. As you can see, I've got the XOS skis on, and the main issue now is there's way too much play. I have the original rubber stopper in there from the Polaris skis. I don't have an adapter, and before I put these metal inserts in, the snowmobile was actually sitting nicely. I don't know if you could see that. It was sitting nicely on the rubber stopper. But since I put in these metal inserts from the original Polaris skis, it's now sitting up much higher, and this rubber stopper is really loose. My dad put some roofing seal goop there in the hopes that this would hold it, and it might for a few runs, but I mean, this is way too much play. So I'm gonna have to think of something else. Anyways, sort of a bummer. I would buy the metal insert. I just can't get them anywhere. They're not in stock, and so I don't know. If I can somehow put some shims in here or under there, maybe it'll work. But yeah, this is too much play. This is hopefully the final update video on the new skis for the Polaris Indy. We got an early snowfall here in the Addington Highlands, so I've been able to do a little bit of driving around with the new skis. So far so good. Time will tell, but essentially what we did, my dad and I, is we put in about 3 rubber bushings beneath the stock Polaris bushing. My dad used water soluble or water non-soluble roofing glue, and let that dry. And then it was sort of tricky to get this all put together without this popping out, but it seems to be in there pretty good. There's ice in here holding it all together nicely. So once that thaws, we'll see, basically, is this rubber stopper gonna pop out when I'm on the trail? So I took the metal bushings here out of the old skis, and everything else, you know, is back in there. And hopefully this works without having to get a custom metal adapter. All right, hoping for the best.